It is the holiday edition of the 3 steps taking your business online with ease. And I really, Carrie, I want to honor you and anybody else that hops on because you made a decision in this moment to hop on, learn about how to maximize your business, how to have more influence and impact, and just set yourself up with the step-by-step steps to go after exactly what you want in 2018. Right now, people are checking out, people are Christmas shopping, and they're in the holiday craze, and life is crazy, and that's their main focus. And you, and anybody else that hops on, you are like, I'm taking it to that next level, and I'm ready to go. So before this day is done, make sure you take a moment to honor yourself because you're amazing for being here. Now, I want to start by telling you that taking your business online gives you freedom. And that's something that I think we all want in our life. We want freedom of time. Our time is the most precious thing. And especially this holiday season, we realize how important time with loved one is. Your freedom of income. We know income, the stress of money can keep us up at night. It can make us worry, especially again around this holiday season when money feels like it's flying out of our pockets left, right, and center. We don't want to be up stressing about money in the middle of the night. And also freedom of location. I don't know about you, but I love to travel, especially around this time of year. We love making memories together more than we love kind of giving each other gifts. We have a little one who loves to open up gifts, so we love seeing him do that, but it's the memory around seeing his face opening that gift that excites us. So the freedom of location, when you take your business online, or if you already have an online business, but you get that sucker cranking in your income, cranking with your clients, cranking with people that want to be coached by you and want to pick up what you're putting down, then you can work from absolutely anywhere in the world. And for me, I think freedom of time, freedom of location, and freedom of worry about that income, not having that money stress, I think are the greatest gifts that we can truly give ourselves. But it comes with finding your voice. It comes with having the courage to try to do something different. And then if things don't go to plan, to retry over and over and over again, and to constantly be that student. You're constantly that student in your own business that's tweaking it and making it better, going back and looking at what went great and what didn't go so great, and you're constantly rejigging it, retweaking it, finding your voice and getting that courage. For me, finding that courage and finding my voice was the number one thing that took me to that next level. I know we want to know the how-tos, and I promise in the next 2 hours, I'm going to teach you 3 vital steps to maximizing your income, impact, and influence online. But it has to start with the belief. So right here and now, you have to believe that 2018 is going to be different for you. That 2018 is going to be that next level for you. You're going to leave perfection behind. You're going to throw away any excuses or blinders or biases or anything that's been holding you back. Right here and now, you're going to make that decision that it's your time, it's your year, and you're going to go. Because that belief and that necessity is what's going to set you apart from other business owners, other coaches, and other people in your space. Now, for me, I can think of a time when my husband, he was my fiance at the time, we sat down at my family's table for Thanksgiving dinner, and I knew it was going to happen. It was a holiday season, and I knew things like this always happened at holiday times. It wasn't a matter of if, but when. And as the pumpkin pie was being served, this was Thanksgiving dinner, 8 people deep at my family's table, I innocently kind of got up to go get a piece of pumpkin pie. And it was in that moment that my mom, her head turned, she got up in front of the entire family, and she looked at me and she said, "Lisa Marie, like I was a kid, don't you dare put one more piece of food in your mouth. You have gotten so fat. You're going to be a fat bride. And if you were smart, you would lose some weight. And I don't know about you, but has anyone in your life ever criticized you? Has anyone in your life ever made you feel so embarrassed that you didn't want to use your voice? You didn't want to tell your stories. You didn't want to put yourself out there. You just wanted to run and hide. And that's what I did in that moment. I excused myself from the table. I ran upstairs into my old childhood bedroom with the New Kid on the Block posters on the wall. I didn't know what to do. And I started crying. And my husband, he ran up behind me and he just looked into my eyes and he held me. And I looked at him and I said, enough. Enough. And I took his hand. We walked out of that bedroom. We walked out of that house. And it was in that moment that I made a decision that I was going to leave behind the critic. I was going to find my courage and that I was going to go. And in 2 years' time, I had lost over 100 pounds. I had started my health and fitness career coaching other women because I didn't want people to feel like I felt. And I didn't want people to feel minimized and small and powerless. And I generated a 6-figure side hustle as I was still working as a registered nurse, coaching these women in their confidence and their power and their fitness and their health. Now, my greatest accomplishment, though, is our almost 4-year-old that sits here, right here next to me at our family table. And the other day he said to me, Mommy, I want to help people feel good about themselves just the way you do. And I realized that he's seeing, without me ever saying anything, he's seeing how I'm role modeling the way I feel about myself and the courage that I have and the voice that I choose to use. And every day I get that choice, whether I'm going to let that critic win or whether I'm going to go and serve more and give more and be more. And I think you know the answer to that question because I'm right here teaching you. So I want you to do the same. If nothing else that you take away from this webinar, I'm going to teach you the how-to. And by the end of this webinar, you're going to have notes on what to do and what steps to take and what steps to take them in. But if nothing else, I want you to leave behind that critic. I want you to play bigger. I want you to take these strategies and I want you to go in 2018 the way you know that you can. When I walked out of that house, I knew I was never going back. And I knew that it was years and years of that mindset and that mentality that I had to leave behind. It was just in that moment that I had had enough. And maybe you're not in that moment where you're having enough, but you might be building a case against your own greatness. You might be saying going online is too hard. You might be saying, who wants to listen to me? I don't have as much money to spend on ads, or I don't have as much experience. I don't have any products yet. Any of those things that come up for you that you're going to build that case against yourself, don't. Because there's so many other people out in the world that will do it for you. There's always going to be that critic somewhere. Whether for me, it was my own family, it was my own mother, whether it's somebody near and dear and close to you, or whether it's the outside world. Somebody will always want to discount you. Don't do it to yourself because you're bigger than that. You can play bigger than that and you can be better than that. And that's why you're here right now learning a different way. And it's exactly where I'm going to take you to have more impact, that strong effect on somebody, more in a good way. Sometimes people hear that word persuasion or impact and they think it's an icky thing. And yes, we know all kind of power can be used for good or for evil. If we're going into the superhero villain way, you're not. That's not what you're going to do. You're going to use your effect in a positive way because you're the expert of your own story. You're the expert of whatever it is in your field. You've had some wins in your life, or you know a thing or two, or else you wouldn't be here. And that's what you can own 110% of the time. You're going to have more influence on people, and you're going to challenge people. Exactly like I just did with you. All of your messaging and your social media posts and your landing page copy and your newsletters and your emails and your blogs or however you talk to people, it's gonna have that little piece of challenge in it. And you can see I just challenged you to be more, to leave behind that critic, to rise up, to be who you know you can be, and the type of coach or provider or service provider or rock that product, whatever it is that you have, you're going to use it. And I challenge you, and I want you to start doing the same. I want you to have that influence over people where you start challenging them to get their skin in the game and to be more and to do more and to have more of what they want in their life. For us, going online in the business, as I said in the beginning, freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom of income. What do your people want more of? What do your people need? What keeps them up at night that you're going to say, I know this keeps you up at night, but I'm going to raise your ambition here. That's what I want you to do. And then more income. Right now, if you have any blocks about making money, you need to go Google search the books out there. You are a badass at making money. I love that book. You need to get over the fact that hopefully you have no blocks of money. But if you do, that's something right here and now. We still got 1 week left in December. I want you to go dive in your professional development about making money and not having any blocks around that. Because when you give good value to people and you teach the hell out of whatever it is you're offering or serving or giving, and you're passionate about spreading goodness and good knowledge and good information and tons of value, then you have no problem making money. When it comes time for the sale, I have no problem asking for people to invest deeper in me because I know I will give them everything, even the shirt off my back, because they're here with me. They're investing in me. They're giving their time. If you give me your email, if you give me a platform to stand and serve on, I'll give you everything I got, which is why I got no blocks about money. And I want you to be the same. And the statistics, people are on Facebook. People are on the internet. People are on social media. People are all over the interwebs and the internet everywhere. So if you have any doubt in your mind that online is not the way to go, you're leaving so much money, so much impact, so much influence on the table because we are online. We're going online, and that's where people are. And it's that age-old Wayne Gretzky. You got to skate to where the puck is if you want to be a winner, right? The puck is online. You got to skate to the puck. I know it's been used over and over and over again. You've probably heard that before, but it's so stinking true. Go to where you're going to win, and online is where you're going to win. And this was me. This was me. Our little guy's 4. This was his 1-year-old birthday. So this was just 3 years ago when I started that online training business. I was burnt out. I was stressed out. I was trading hours for dollars. The only way I was getting paid is when I was face-to-face training people, teaching people, delivering nutrition plans to people, coaching them through it, teaching group fitness. And as you can see, my health was awful. Awful. I had no time for me. I had no time for my own health and nutrition. I felt like a complete fraud because I couldn't lose the baby weight because I wasn't taking care of me. I was just slaving. I was training people in the morning, working as a nurse all day, training people in the evening, trying to manage a household, trying to be a wife, trying to be a good friend, and I put myself last. And that's what happens if you're in that trading hours for dollars kind of service industry. The only way you get paid is face to face, and you burn out. And you might not be overweight like I was. You may still be taking care of your health, but you're depleting your energy and you're putting a ceiling on your income and your influence with people. Because let's face it, if you're in an hour for dollar kind of service, the only way you can make more money is helping more people face to face. And how many hours a day are you going to work? You're going to maybe help 12 people 12 hours a day? Well, you're capped unless you want to work 14 hours a day and help 14 people. And then what's that going to look like 3 months into working 14-hour days every day? Not good, right? What's going to happen when you want to go on a vacation? You're not going to get paid. And then you're going to be up at night stressing about it. So hours for dollars is not the way to go. This is me now, online educator, health and business coach, wellness coach, helping people get the body they want and the business they want. And my health is finally in check. I'm a better mom. I'm a better wife. I'm a better trainer because I found a better way to do it. And how about you? Are you doing the right things? You might not be doing the wrong things. You might be coming from a place of service. You might be putting out great content. You might be serving the hell out of the people that invest in you, but you're not getting the results you want. You don't have the freedom that you want. You're burnt out. Your health isn't where it should be. You're not the mom if you've got kids. You're not the patient mom you want to be. You're not spending time with the family. You're not doing your hobbies. You're like, hobby? What's a hobby? Who has time for that? Right? Your bank account is not reflective of what you want it to be to live the lifestyle that you want to live it at. So maybe you're not getting the results you want. And that's why you're here. You want to learn that different and better way. So I got 3 business truths that I want to share with you before we get into the how-to. First one, you can make a global impact from one single solitary location. So this was how I started. People are like, online course? What do you mean online course? I need to have all this funky technology. I need to hire all these people. It needs to be beautiful and perfectly scripted and shot and produced. And I need all this crazy stuff. I don't know what to do. I took my iPad. I was sitting on my son's bed because I liked the backdrop behind me of this clean wall behind me. I took 3 hours and I filmed my first course. One iPad, which was actually given to me as a gift. Which is a very generous, amazing gift from someone that I love. One iPad, one kid's bedroom, 3 hours. You can see there's nothing fancy about that. Nothing fancy about me. I generated $23,820 from that one online program. I have clients from the UK. I have clients from Canada. I have clients from the US. Global impact from one location. All you have to do is have the guts to find your voice and get the courage to do something different. You got an iPhone, you got anything that records any sort of video, you can go ahead and you can get something up online tomorrow and sell it if you had to. And we're going to talk about the how-to and how to do that. But I don't know about you, Carrie, or anybody else watching, I could use $23,820 in my bank account again, over and over and over again, right? That's some good money that you're making, that I made from home. Online is the way to go. And for me, this was the mindset that I had from my mentor, Brendan Burchard. I'm in his mastermind. He's my personal mentor. And he said this quote, and I was like, yes, no one is going to stop me from my mastery. After I made that decision that A, it was my time to find my voice and go big, B, it was my time to get online and do it different, I became a ninja to putting out content, putting out courses. I let go of perfection. Now, this past year, I now have 4 online courses, and I did go into a studio with a professional videographer, got the hair and makeup done, got it super professional looking, and we've 1-upped the quality of it, or 3-upped the quality of it probably now. But I didn't wait to start, because starting it is better than not. You don't know how to make it better till you put it out there. So I want you to decide that in the first quarter, January, February, I'm not even giving you to April, January, February, March, you will launch something. You will launch a course. You will put up an ebook. You'll have a coaching program. You will do something and put something out there. Because if you're waiting for perfection, it's not going to hit. It's not going to happen. If you're waiting for motivation and the piano of motivation and the first time for everything to be perfect and the stars to align, it's not going to happen. You gotta just go. And that was my mentality. I'm like, what do I have that I can work with? Clean wall, iPad, my heart and my brain. Let's go, right? No one's going to stop me from my mastery. And I want you to take that same approach. Okay, business truth number 2. Anyone can be an expert online. You are the expert of your story. I started with my weight loss story because it was so much more than just the weight loss. That's what I wrote my book around. That's what I did my course around. But I was like, here's how I lost over 100 pounds. This is how I'm going to tell people how I did it. Yes, you have your claims that, you always must consult your doctor, and we'll talk about the claims and things that you have. But you know things. You know how to have, maybe it's more confidence. Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's how to be a ninja with your time. Maybe your time management. Maybe it's how to sew. Maybe it's how to make clean meals. Maybe it's something in dog walking services. I don't know what it is. Only you know your stories and what you're the expert at. But you start with your story. And Bo Eason, who's another incredible mentor of mine, he framed it this way to me. When you start with your story, you force people to make an opinion about you, and you are the hero. You force the hero and the villain, and people always pick the hero. Even if you could think back to the story I told you in the beginning, true story, true to life, happened, impacted me, huge. Instantly, my mom was the villain. I was the hero. You were rooting for me. You're like, what happened when she humiliated you in front of your entire family? What happened? I had a choice. I made the right choice, right? I'm the hero. When you start to tell your stories, people will champion you. They'll make you the hero. The hero from that God-forsaken, soul-sucking 9-to-5 you might be working, the hero from the debt that's crippling you, the hero from the criticizer, the hero from being overweight, the hero from whatever the struggle, the person, the object, the environment, the thing, they pick you. You've already won in their minds, and that helps people know, like, and trust you. And people do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if you don't have any of your stories in any of your marketing, your content, your Facebook posts, your blogs, your Instagram, whatever it is, you're falling behind. You must start with your story. So the way I tell people to find, they're like, I don't know, I have so many stories. What's your defining story? Well, yeah, we all have stories, and we use them for different audiences. You may use a different story for a different audience or a different demographic or a different point that you're trying to hit. I really want to inspire you and challenge you to go in the first quarter to take these tools and these tips and launch something. So that's why I told you the story about finding your voice and getting some courage to do the damn hard things, right? What I want you to do, not right now, let's write this down at a different time. If you and I were sitting down having a glass of wine, if you don't drink, we're having a cup of coffee or a cup of green tea together, what stories, what would I not know about you? What are 10 interesting things that you've done or experienced or learned in your life? And tell me the story about that. And then what you do is you take 1 or 2 of those. I say master 1. You just write it out. You set a timer, 5 minutes, write and go. Don't worry about grammar, punctuation, complete sentences. Right. Then set the timer 3 minutes and go. Set the timer 1 minute and go. Set the timer 30 seconds and go. And just write. Try to condense it and try to make it, more condensed, but also longer if you need it. That way, like this, if you've got 2 hours or an hour and a half, however long you have, then I can tell my 3 to 5 minute story. If I have an elevator pitch with someone, or if I'm writing something on Twitter or something kind of smaller, then you've got your 30-second 1 or 2 liner or couple liner thing, but you start with your story. So master your story for 2018. Last business truth, there is no ceiling to income with your online sales. There is no ceiling to income with your online sales. Here is my best client, Kelly, and you all need a Kelly in your life. And this is why you give and give and give the value. This is why you tell your stories. This is why you give everything but the shirt off your back to the people that invest in you, because your email list, those people, your clients, they are everything. And when I started in business, I got in this trap of saying, well, my list is only 100 people, or my list is only 50 people. Now my list is massively bigger, but I let my small business make me small-minded. And I was like, my list is only 50 people. That's 50 people that invested in me. I don't care what the size of your list is. Those are people that invested in you. They heard your story of struggle and success. They have placed you, the expert. They've chosen you. They've already chosen you. And you never know where that relationship is going to go. So you do want to build your list. You do want to get your list up there, because that's more buying potential. That's more people. Getting that email is way more important than a like, than a share, than a whatever. You want that email. But here's my Kelly. She bought my book at $19.95. And then she bought a planner, a time management planner that I have. My book is Break the Mold, Becoming Fit, Fierce, and Fearless in Your Life. She bought that book, $19.95. Then she bought my $29.95 online, 7-day online course, Time Management Planner. Then she bought my core offer, Macros, Muscles, and Mindfulness program, which is like my nutritional program, $397. Then from that, she bought my mastermind, which was $6K. Then from that, when she finished the mastermind, she went to a retreat that I hosted, $4K. And then just this past month, she bought my business mastermind, which will be $12K for the year for her. So one client, $16,450, because she went exactly where I wanted to go. I delivered tons of value along the way. And I always had a place for her to keep learning, keep growing, keep getting better. She had her confidence, then her time, then her health, and now she wants to leave a legacy and grow a business. She wants to write an ebook and leave a legacy that way. One person. So if you're sitting there and going, well, I only have 100 people on my list, or I only have 500 people on my list, or I only have buyers, I only have 10 people that ever bought a product or program for me, don't do that, because you never know where the relationship will go, right? $16,450 for one person. And then the idea is that you get these lifers. Kelly's a lifer. I was going to do a detox retreat in January. I'm now doing the business coaching, so my focus has gone elsewhere. But I sent out an email to my 20 best clients and said, do you want to come 2K, do this detox weekend with me? We'll detox your business, we'll detox your limiting beliefs, and we'll detox your body. It'll be a health and business kind of thing. Literally, I kid you not, within an hour of that email going out, Kelly was like, I'm in. 2K, I got it. Where do I sign up? You will create customers that will be your lifers when you follow these steps that I'm going to tell you. You build the business right, and you never discount a small audience. Every single person matters, and you all need a Kelly in your business. And then the idea is to find Kellys and 10x them. Have 20 Kellys, have 30 Kellys, have 100 Kellys, because one becomes 100, becomes 1,000. I truly believe that. And the best way, if you don't know where to start, you start a continuity program. I have my Macros, Muscles, and Mindfulness one. I've got my Freedom Life Mastermind. I've got my Love and Legacy. I've got 2 mastermind group coaching kind of programs that people can invest in me, because I started in health and fitness and now I'm getting into business. So I've got 2 kind of funnels, we call them, or 2 kind of revenue streams of where I guide people through. But basically it's continuity. So you give value every month. You get them to sign up for 6 months or a year or monthly. Maybe it's a monthly thing, right? Where they get value from you and you build that relationship over and over and over again. People go, I have to be techie. I have to have all these things. Nope. You can open it as a private, or even secret if you wanted it to be, a private or secret Facebook group. Now, my stick on that, my disclaimer is, the only thing I don't like about Facebook is you don't own it. So one day, tomorrow, Facebook could wake up and decide they're done. Somebody could buy Facebook, highly unlikely, but you never know. Or Facebook could decide they're just going to shut you down for whatever reason, or they're going to shut down this program, or they're not going to let you run groups in there anymore, or you have no control. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but when you don't own it, you're not in control, and you don't want that. But like, you want to have ClickFunnels. We'll talk about all this. You want to have ClickFunnels. You want to host it. I host programs on my back end of my website. Thinkific is a place you can host courses and things. Kajabi, Infusionsoft. There's so many different ways you can email and host things and deliver information. But if you're like, I need to make some legit money tomorrow, you can create a month-to-month continuity program. Continuity is like Netflix, right? Where you pay your $9.99 or whatever, and you do month to month to month. You can create a continuity program in Facebook, private group. You get people in there and you hit them with videos each month, or each week, however you want to deliver content, daily live videos, whatever you want. You hit people with them and they pay you money over and over and over again. So don't let the curse of technology hold you back from spreading your message, right? If I were going to do it over and start from scratch, this is what I would do. I do a webinar just like this, or do a Facebook. You don't have Zoom. You don't have, what are the other webinar things? I don't know. I can't think of the other webinar stuff that's out there, software that they use. Webinar Jam, that's what I was trying to say. You don't have Zoom. You don't have Webinar Jam. You don't have another way to do it. Zoom can do webinar. Go live. Tell your people you're going to host a Facebook Live free training. Upsell them into that continuity program. You could even make it a low buy-in. It's going to be $29.95 a month. Upsell them into that. Upsell them into a group coaching or a one-to-one kind of coaching program. $500 a month, one-to-one coaching, $1,000 a month, one-to-one coaching. We'll talk about how much you should charge in a little bit, but that's how I would do it again. Facebook Live or a webinar, upsell to a continuity, or if you don't have a course or a program or something, upsell to your coaching. You can sell your knowledge, your story, your expertise. You can come up with a framework of the 5 steps to rid your body from inflammation, the 5 steps to X, Y, and Z, whatever it is. You can come up with a teaching framework that you can teach and coach people how to go. Okay? You got to get online. Don't make the same mistake I did. Brick and mortar, costly overhead, limited reach, trading dollars for hours. You got to be there. Or even print ads. Print does work, like print newsletters, print mailers, but they're super costly and you're limited in your reach because you can only hit a certain town or state or area or whatever. It's going to cost you mega bucks to make an impact. Online, low overhead, massive reach, make money while you sleep, and you have no idea if I'm even wearing pants right now. I am. But you can work in your jammies. You can show up however the heck you want when you're online and digital. And we were able to go 3 weeks this past August. We're from Canada here, originally from Pennsylvania, but married a Canadian. That's what brought me up this way. And we were able to go to Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia on a 3-week trip. And it was the most beautiful, breathtaking thing we had ever done. And if I was still trading hours for dollars, working as a personal trainer, I would have been so flippin' stressed out on that 3-week vacation that I wasn't making money or my business was tanking or whatever I would tell myself, I wouldn't have been able to be present and to truly enjoy the time with my little guy, watch him splashing around in the ocean, you know, going souvenir shopping, picking me flowers in Anne of Green Gables, which was so stinking cute. And the only way I was able to do that was by going online. So that's the question you got to answer right now. Do you want to be paid 24/7? When I was on that vacation, people were still buying my courses. They were paying me for masterminds and group coaching, right? I had everything on autoplay set up that my business was still running. I was still serving people. I was still giving tons of value. I was still coaching people. They still had access, but it wasn't physically to me in those 3 weeks. Still getting paid, still making influence, still making income, still making impact, and having the freaking time of my life. This picture doesn't even do it justice, how beautiful the Cabot Trail is. So benefits of going online. I know you want to dig in, so let's get to the how-to. The 3 steps, the how-to, going to give you freedom of time, freedom of location, and financial freedom. So step number 1 that we're going to master is content. Step number 2 is technology. And step number 3 is a launch. It's that simple. You need content to put out. You need technology to put out, and technology is going to make it work. And you need to launch over and over and over again. So let's talk about content and technology first before we go into the launches. So content and technology must marry. You can't have one without the other. And that's a common gap that some people have. Some people are amazing with their content. They know what they want to teach, how they want to teach it, how they want to deliver it, what message they want to put out, what stories, what frameworks, any of that. And when I say framework, you guys know that I mean like the 5 steps to something, or like my time management planner. I have the TIME, so T in the time. T is like take activities off your plate. I is identify your strengths. M is master your morning. E is let go of the excuses and empty the garbage. So when I say framework, I mean just like what you teach people and the method that you teach it in. Everything has to have a framework. I love inspirational videos. I love inspirational Facebook Lives. I love inspirational blog posts. But if you're not teaching somebody something, they're not going to see you as the authority and the expert and all of that amazing stuff. Being an expert has nothing to do with your, I shouldn't say nothing, but we think it's credentials. We think it's our degrees and our certifications. People don't care about that. They care about what the deliverable to them. They don't care about you. You see it in bios all the time where people are like, I'm a published author. I'm a motivational speaker. I graduated from here. I did this. I did that. And not that you shouldn't say that, but that's never going to convert a sale. The feeling and the emotion and what they're going to get from you, that is what people want. And that's what you got to put out in your content. So it has to have a teaching framework. You've got to teach something because people pay for the how. People don't pay for your degrees or your certifications. They pay for the how because they want to get out of that misery or they want to have more. It's either a pain point that you're solving or you're making their wildest dream come true. It's one or the other. People pay for the how to get out of pain or make their wildest dream come true. So you need content with your story. You need frameworks. You got to teach people. And technology is what puts it out there. And what I did, so you learned about my Kelly. Kelly followed my content. And you must have this, it's called a through line, or where you want to take people, that theme of where you're taking people. I technically have 2 funnels and 2 through lines. Health is my first one, and then business is my second one. So health, legacy kind of overlaps throughout both. But if we talk about my health funnel, the first one that made me 6 figures, from home, 1 iPad, 1 kid's bedroom, 3 hours of shooting a program, the content technology, put it out there, launched it over and over again. You want to go back to people like, what do I teach about? What is my content? What should it be? I always say start with a universal pain point. Universal. So I want to take people to business and legacy and being good role models to their kids. And my whole mission and vision is to raise confident kids in a happy home. And I think that happens through moms and dads and people that have their health in check, are courageous, use their voice, all those sorts of things. But I can't take someone to business and legacy if their time management sucks, because they're not going to do professional development. They're not going to write that book if they want to write it. They're not going to do that workout or make healthy meals if they're people pleasers and they're saying yes to everything, or they can't stay focused, or distraction is getting them and their time management sucks. So that's why I start with the universal concept of time management, because everyone could use better time management. Once they've mastered their time, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether they're a stay-at-home mom, a corporate mom, a single mom. We start with time management because everyone needs that. That's why I have my $29.95 planner. I actually technically started, I have two, whether it's your confidence or your time management. Those are my two first parts of the funnel, because everybody could use more confidence and courageousness and finding their voice, and everybody could use more time management. Universal concepts. Then, once they've mastered their time, I take them into health, because you ain't building a business if you're burnt out. Or certainly not going to, you're going to burn out, you're going to die, you're going to have a heart attack, or you're going to die, and that's a fact. If you don't take care of your health, what's the point of building a 7-figure empire if you're divorced and you're burnt out and your health is shitty, right? It doesn't make any sense. So the next place that I take people is their health, because we know when you have your health in check, you're more patient, you're more kind, you're more productive, you're more confident. It's the gift that keeps on giving, right? And you need to be in good health. So that's the second place that I take people. Once I solve their time, then I solve their health, then I can take them into, that was my love and legacy group coaching mastermind. And in that, we talk about health, relationships, business, home, legacy building. And that's where we go through each aspect of their life, because now their time management's in check. Now their health is in check. Now, what do you want to do with your life? What's your purpose? What's your clarity? Right? For some people, it's just to be a more patient, loving mom. For other people, they want to have side hustles and open businesses and that sort of stuff. So it then becomes life coaching for me. First, it's health and fitness coaching. Then it's life coaching that I take them through. But that's how you start. So I want you to write out, you work your way backwards. What's the end result? Write it down on paper right now. What's the end result of where you want to take people? Mine's business and legacy. Raise confident kids in a healthy home. Put out your voice, your message, whether that's through a business or that's just the way you role model to that next generation. Man, does the world need solid leadership now. I don't know if you can agree with me and give me a hell yeah on that, but we need some serious leaders to step up in this world. And that's us. That's us. So what's the end result you want for people? That's my end result. Yours is going to be business specific to you. What's going to be their first issue that you got to solve? And if you, I had to think about me. That was me. I was a people pleaser, saying yes to everything, working like a dog, being a crazy person, and my time management was horrific. So if you're I don't know, if you're your own testimonial, what was the first problem you solved in your life? What was the first thing you did? Then once you solve that, or your person, then what's the second pain point you're going to help them overcome? And then once you solve that, what's that third pain point, or where are you taking them to? So you work it in reverse. And that just made me think of, if you don't have testimonials, you are the person. But if you have testimonials, OMG, you got to use them. Because you could say your business or your product or your service is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Again, people don't care about you. They're going to see themselves in the testimonial that you get from other people. And what I do is literally if you look on my website, lisapezik.com, the third tab over is hero stories. That's what I called my testimonials. I call them my hero of the day. So when anybody has a great breakthrough and they've made some change, they got a good result using my products or programs or services, I either ask them to send me a quick 30-second little video, or in the beginning, I was kind of leading the interviews and I was just hopping on quick interviews. And if you go on and you see them, same thing. People are in workout wear. They have baseball hats on. They're with their iPhone, vertically. It's like a down-to-earth, real-to-life testimonial of the change people have had in their life. Get testimonials. Get it from your iPhone. Get them to send it to you. Get video. Video converts so much better than written. Written testimonials are awesome. Get video. People want to see the video. They want to hear the change in people. So if you don't have any testimonials, it's you. But if you have testimonials, use those bad boys. What was their first pain point, their second pain point, their third pain point? And if you don't know, survey your people. I survey at the end of every challenge. I run health and fitness challenges online. I have my group coaching. I have my courses. I ask at the end of everything, what did you love? What did you hate? What points nailed it home for you? Where did you struggle? What did you overcome? What did you want to see more of? Your people will help you build it. Your people will help you build it. In my Love and Legacy Mastermind, where we do health and relationships and business and home and legacy, the business piece is where all of my clients were like, I've seen not only the physical change in you, but they're like, I've seen the change in you. How the hell did you build a business working full time from your freaking kitchen table? Like, how'd you do that? I want to do that. How the hell did you do that? I see the way you're showing up on your social media with your family. I see the weight loss, that you've had. How the hell did you build a business like that? And I've always wanted to coach business, but that's what kind of led me down that path where the business month was the piece that people wanted more of. So your people will tell you what they want more of for you. Now, that's not to say that if it doesn't align with you, you shouldn't just go and do whatever people are telling you to do. I geek out about this. I was just at a 2-hour coffee meeting with a client before this, helping her with her content that she put out, and her technology and her vision and her website. And she's writing a book, and I was geeking out over it. I love coaching this stuff. So if you love it and your market wants it, that's the direction that you go. They will tell you what problems to solve. So if you don't know what their first, second, and third problems are, you survey and you ask. Okay? And this is like my Kelly. This is what, hopefully my internet connection, hopefully I'm still with you. It said it's unstable. Okay, we're back. This is what my Kelly did and what she followed. And this is what you want for people. There's nothing worse than people finishing a course and then you don't have anywhere else to take them. Because the first yes is always the hardest. Getting Kelly to buy my book at $19.95 was the hardest yes. Once I had her in there and she read it and she grew to know, like, and trust me, that's what you want. That first yes is the hardest. The subsequent yeses are easier. And you know what? If you don't have a place for them to go, they'll find someone else. They'll go to a different mentor. They'll go to that person that's using their voice, getting courageous, leaving perfection behind, and shooting those flipping courses from their kitchen table or their kid's bedroom or from the coffee shop or wherever it is. They'll go to that person that's producing and executing and putting out content and sharing their stories. So that better be you. That better be you. Okay, so let's walk through what Kelly did. So your free value is kind of like the first date. So me and Kelly were just kind of dating when actually before she bought my my book, I have free value that I give to people. I blog weekly. I podcast weekly. The Empowered Life podcast on Apple iTunes is my podcast. I blog. It's just on my website, lisapezik.com. My blogs are on there. Free value that I give every single week. Now, you certainly might not have to blog or podcast weekly if you got a lot on the go, but whatever medium you pick, you must be consistent. Blog, podcast, social media, consistency is the secret sauce. Because if you fall off people's radar, then they're going to go to somebody else. Same thing with email. You can't just spam people when you've got something going on. You can't just spam people. Hey, here's this offer, 50% off, Boxing Day, this offer, that offer. You can't spam people. Black Friday special. They're going to unsubscribe so quick if all you do is spam people. So what I do, I reuse my content. So my podcast becomes a video that I post I do it live, like I do it on Zoom like this, where you can see me interviewing the person, or I do it. It becomes my podcast. It becomes a video I post in my members area of my continuity programs. I take a blog post, I write that, I repurpose that into an emailer that I send out weekly. I pull out snippets of my blog or my podcast, and I create Facebook posts out of it, Twitter posts out of it, Instagram, snippets out of it. Rev.com, rev.com. I'm not affiliated with them whatsoever, but they're just flipping amazing. So I share it with you. Rev.com is a transcription service. So they'll take a video, they'll take a blog post, they'll take a podcast. I guess not a blog. I guess if you do a vlog post, I should say, not a blog post, but they're a transcription service. So I send them my podcast, and it's $1 a minute. So if my podcast is 30 minutes, it's $30. It's US, $30. And they send me back the transcription in front of me. One piece of content, podcast, send it off to rev.com, get the transcription back. I can make it a blog. I can make it an email. I can pull out social media posts. I can do a bajillion things with one piece of work that I created. But consistency is key. So weekly emails, weekly blog, weekly podcast, daily social media. This is all your free value. And they used to say that you should post 3 and 4 and 5 times on social media so that your ranking is bumped up. Not the case. Facebook loves shares. Facebook loves video. Those are the two things that Facebook algorithm, now this will change probably by next week, or by the time I do this webinar again, it'll all be different. But right now, the Facebook algorithm, they love video, which is why Facebook Live is killer, or Animoto, Animoto. I just bought that and started using it. It's a video. You can create quick, cute little videos about, upsells or products or your experience or whatever. Those are getting shared like crazy. I create a little story around an Animoto video. If you don't have me on social media, look for me on there. Lisa Pezik is my personal, Lisa Pezik Business and Wellness Coach. You'll see that's my business page. You'll see the Animoto videos on there. So Facebook Live, longer videos going like 10, 20, 30 minutes is trending high. Animoto, the square Animoto is now crushing it. And then anytime somebody shares a picture, a photo, a story, a quote, the shares are making it go crazy. So I say, if you're short on time, if this is a side hustle, you got lots on the go, do one killer post a day. One killer post that's going to get traction and engagement. And how do you know? You put it out there, right? You don't know if it's going to get killer traction or post unless you put it out there. So again, you got to execute, you got to go. So that's some free value stuff you can do. If you look on my website, the highest real estate, other than my main picture, right underneath it, let me see the chat here. Oh no, okay, Carrie, no worries. I'll be able to send you the replay as long as I have your email. Awesome. Okay, so I'll catch you there. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, so the next level, awesome, yeah. So the next level, if you look on my website, you'll see that the next real estate that you'll find is the article. So it's free value, free articles that you give to people, teaching them something, teaching those frameworks. right? So they give you your email, you give them some value. That's how people first get to know if they know, like, and trust you. Free. And some people say, oh my God, I don't want to give people like all that good information for free. And I say, give it. Give people your best. Give people your best, because that might be the only time you get in front of them. If they know, like, or trust you. If you give them your best and they're like, holy moly, she gave me all this good stuff for free. What are her paid products and programs like? Holy moly, Batman, right? So you want to give people your best. Then first base, minimal investment, low risk, but high rewards, like my book, my lower level courses, that sort of stuff. Minimal investment, your continuity programs, $9.99 a month, $29.99 a month, whatever it is, low level, right? They get you in there, or you get them in there, you build that relationship, you continue to give them value. Then you've got your continuity stuff, monthly value, constant relationship building, keeps you on the radar. And then lastly, high level training, like your group coaching, your core offer training, your masterminds, your immersion retreats, any of those sorts of things are super important. So you want to have the next step for them to go. Now, some people might come in on a first date free value, and they might jump right into your high level training, right? You don't know where people are going to go. They might come in on a $19.95 program and decide they want to go continuity next before they make the jump. They might do first base, and you might not be their cup of tea, and that's okay. But sometimes people say, well, I don't want to put out things for $19.95 or $9.95 or $29.95 or $97 or $197 or whatever it is. You're leaving out a very important piece of your market when you do that, because it's never about the price. It's people just don't know. I shouldn't say never. It's rarely about the price. People just don't know if they know, like, or trust you yet. So they don't know if they want to invest $500, $1,000, $300, $700. They don't know yet. They're willing to throw $9.95 at you, or maybe even $97 at you, or $29.95 at you, to see if they know, like, and trust you, and if you're their cup of tea. So it's really important to have low-level stuff, but also high-level stuff. Because like I said, you want to move people to that higher level. Once they've done all of this, you got to have masterminds, group coaching, that sort of stuff, so that they can continue the learning and the relationship with you. So you've got to have it all. Okay? All right. Awesome. And how do you do that? Create your content. Pick your product outline. What do you want to teach? What do you want to share? The outline I love to tell with people is tell people you start with the promise. Here's the outcome you're going to get. Then you go to your story. Then you go to your how-to framework. And then you end with a motivational close, raising their ambitions, raising their challenge, kicking butt with those people. That's how you do it. Disclaimer if you need it. I need some for health and fitness, or if there's an income disclaimer or any of that. And then lastly, make it happen. Film your videos, write your content. That's 3 steps. Pick your outline, where you're going to host it, write your disclaimer, film your videos, or write your content, and you've got your product. You're ready to go. People pay for the how. Got to have that framework in there. How to do it, their first pain point. We talked about that. Write it in. What's going to be that first pain point? Talk about it in your social media, and then create that first product around it. I love PDF downloads. I love ebooks. I find they're so easily digestible. And same thing, you don't want to write a 397-page ebook. You don't want to write a 10-page PDF download. You want a 1-pager, 1-sheet, quick win for people, right? It's like my book. My book is actually, I should have brought it over to show you. My book is actually 56 pages. It's like, they call it a novella, I guess, right? Quick little short win. My 7-day time management planner, it's 4 steps. Yes, it's 7 days, but they learn the T, then they implement. They learn the I, then they implement. They learn the M, and they implement. They learn the E, and I send them off with a motivational close. 4 things, 4 steps. That's it. Easy, quick wins with people. Then the technology. You need a domain. Mine is lisapezik.com, www.lisapezik.com. You want to make sure that you've got that domain and that no one else has taken it, right? That's like the Online in 9 course I'm going to tell you about in a little bit. It's onlinein9.co because the onlinein9.com was taken. So you want to make sure that wherever you're going to host your website, host your stuff, host it in ClickFunnels, that you own a domain. Because if you don't have a domain, you have no place to host your stuff. It's like a street address that houses your website, right? It's like you can own a home, but if you got nowhere to put it, or you don't have a street address, you don't really own it. So I say pick your name, like lisapezik.com, whatever your name is, because then it can always evolve and change with you. Started in fitness, now go in business, and lisapezik.com is universal. Then you need a professional email. You need a professional email. You don't want to be sending emails to people from chattycathy427@gmail.com, right? Or you don't want to send it from cutebootskinky42@hotmail.com because A, you're going to come up as spam. B, you're not going to look legit. And C, you just want to be professional, right? So provides validity, ranking, and builds the relationship. It's like a curb appeal of your home, right? You don't want to have a beautiful inside of your home, but the outside is dilapidated because people, when they're buying a house, they'll go right on by if the outside looks terrible. So you want to have a professional email. So important. We use GetResponse. You can use MailChimp, whatever the heck works better for you. And you're going to want that to see what your open rates are. Like Hotmail, you can't look at your open rates and how many people are opening it from your list. All of that stuff you want to track later. So that's really important. And then lastly, you either want a website or you want ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is what we love to use. It's actually kind of taking the place of your website. You don't fully need a website, but if you've already got one, you want to make sure you have it. It houses your content, your growth. People decide if they know, like, and trust you. You put your products for service up there. You put either your podcast or your blog or your free value stuff. People know when they go to lisapezik.com, it's a one-stop shop. That's where my website is. That's where we direct all the ClickFunnels stuff to. But you either need a website or a landing page. So a place where people can read about what you have to offer and then go ahead and buy it. So content and technology marries. Content is the deliverable. Technology makes it happen. And those are what we use. GetResponse and ClickFunnels are the 2 we use, and our website. And then Stripe, you need a way to take money. Stripe or PayPal. Love Stripe because you can do that continuity. People can pay you monthly. You can set up those monthly service or those monthly bills that people get. So I love Stripe. Stripe pays you every day if you want it to. You can set it to that, and there's nothing more awesome than when we were on our vacation in PEI and Nova Scotia, and the dings from Stripe kept coming in of people buying the products and services and courses and that sort of stuff. So that's what you need. You need a domain. GoDaddy is where you can find your domains. Ugh, pardon me. I need a sip of water. GoDaddy, you need GetResponse or MailChimp. You need a website or ClickFunnels or I like both. And then you need Stripe or PayPal. Way to take some monies. So way to put it out. Content, this hosts it. This grows your list. This is your product suite. This has your landing pages with your sales copy, and this is how you take the monies. Okay? And again, if I were to go back, start over, make it simple, I'd have my website that has my landing pages on it. You can use Kajabi as well, much more expensive. Love ClickFunnels, but you can do either or. And then you can host it in Facebook, right? Host a group, Freedom Life Mastermind. We hosted it in Facebook when we started. Okay? Lastly, you got your content. You got your technology. Now you got to launch the sucker. And people say, oh, well, I'm not ready. It's not perfect. I don't have this. I don't have that. Launch it. Because the only way you know if it's going to succeed or not is by launching it. Now, I always say do a little mini test launch. The first time you launch a product is never truly your like once and done, hallelujah, Hail Mary. No, it's like you launch it over and over and over and over and over again. This is my second time doing this webinar. It's I'll probably do this 20 times. Testing different stories, different headlines, different steps, different everything, different landing pages, all of that sort of stuff. You want to go ahead and you want to launch it over and over and over again. But the only way you can tweak it and make it better is by launching it. So you set your date, like today, December 22nd, going live with this webinar, 3 to 5. You promote it. I sent out emails to my list. I did the videos for social media. I sent out, I already said that. Sent out emailers, did the social media. What else did we do? We ran ads on Facebook, which may be how you found this, and we promoted it, right? Cheapest way, social media. Then you want to drive to a sales page or a landing page, whether that's on your website or whether that's through ClickFunnels. Just for signing up for this webinar, you are getting as a bonus the done for you ClickFunnels. So you have a landing page already given to you for whatever the heck you're launching. You just have to plug your stuff in. And then lastly, you got to have a place to be able to deliver the information to them, whether you're going to email them a PDF download or an ebook, or you're going to host that course in Facebook, whatever it is, you've got to have a place to take them through. So those are the only 3 things you need. Set your date, promote it, use the ClickFunnels bonus we gave you to drive to a sales page or a landing page, and lastly, find a place you're going to host it or how you're going to deliver it to them, and then you go, baby, go. Launch, 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 right? Now, your testing that you want to do, you got your content, you got your technology, but even to take a step back and talk about your content. Remember those free value channels we talked about? Social media, blog, podcast, all of that sort of stuff. You're testing content. If you put out the 5 best breakfasts you can have on the table in under 10 minutes because you got to dress 3 kids in snowsuits, and everyone's geeking out and they're loving that, then you want to make something like that a part of your course. If you put something out about time management and it doesn't hit and people aren't saying it's helpful or they're not liking it, they're not sharing it, then you don't want to create a whole course around it. So that's why you always test first. Now, your first official launch might be your first official test, but it shouldn't be. In your content, you want to be taking note. Your free content that you're putting out, is it hitting home or not? Okay? And here's how I started. I was like, I need to just make some money. I don't have time to run ads. I don't have money to run ads. I just need to get it up there and launch my core offer, macros, muscles, and mindfulness program and go. So I had the content. I had the landing page on ClickFunnels. It was very basic, very simple. The one I'm giving you is way more detailed, easy to fill in your stuff. But when I say detailed, I mean visually pleasing to the eye. It looked a lot more professional and beautiful, the one I'm giving you, than the one that I first launched with, because you always tweak it and make it better. And Be Live is a free platform that we use, a third-party Facebook tool that allows you to go live side by side. This is my good friend and good buddy, Pam. She's a fellow online health and fitness coach with me and certified high-performance coach. And we did a little joint venture together, meaning that we pooled my people and her people together. We did a 2-hour, similar to this, we did a 2-hour webinar. I launched my program and sold it at the end, and I made $2,000 from that 2-hour webinar. We joint ventured, so I gave her part of the profit for pooling our people together, and away we went. That's printing money. We didn't pay for Facebook ads. We didn't pay for the Be Live, nothing. We literally just pooled our people together, went online, did a free webinar, and launched the sucker. So you can do it. So that's what I would tell you to go back. If you're going to do it via webinar, do it via Facebook Live, launch it that way over and over and over again. So What do we got here? 10 after 4. Beautiful. So to go online with ease, you need content that connects, technology that converts, and launches over and over and over again. You can't just have the content and the technology and never execute and put it out. People have to know what you do, how you can help them, what's available, where to go. Launch, launch, launch. Okay? You gotta be brave. You gotta take risks. This was taken in the good old falls right by where we live here, this picture. Nothing can substitute experience. And the only experience that you give is through writing content, messing with the technology, and you got to mess with it. You're not going to be an expert of it at first. Messing with the technology and launching over and over and over again. All right? Those are 3 things that you need. Now, if you're wanting more, if you're like, yeah, that makes sense to me, but I still have some questions. I'm still a little muddled. I need more training. I don't know what my stories are. I don't know what content I should put out. I don't know what the first pain point is. I don't have anything online. I don't know what kind of my branding should look like. I don't know who my ideal customer is. I don't understand technology. I don't really know how to fully do a launch. This is what I have for you. Get your first online paying client. Get your first Kelly course. Content that connects, technology that converts and measures, and launches that succeed. It's 9 steps. And it's the 9 steps that I wish people would have told me, because I did step 3 when I should have been doing step 7, and step 4 when I should have been doing step 1, and it was a holy bloody nightmare. I was still able to make 6 figures, still get clients like Kelly, still get lifers, still make an impact, but holy moly, did I spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. 9 steps is going to save you so much time and frustration. You're going to get that freedom of time, freedom of income, freedom of location, and you're going to work with the people that you want to work with. This course was designed for you if you want to take your business online, you're tired of trading hours for dollars of service, and you want one-stop mentorship. What do I mean by one-stop mentorship? The course is co-designed, co-taught by my lovely, I wish he was here with me, my lovely husband and myself. I do all the front end, content creation, product creation, branding, your ideal person you want to work with, getting out your message, putting it all out there. And guess what? My husband does all the technology. We are 2 entrepreneurs in this busy household with our crazy little 4-year-old. So that's what he has, 15 years of service as a creative director, owning his own company, branding, technology, ClickFunnels, websites, logos, all of it. I get the idea and he brings it to life. And that's exactly what we give to you. It's one-stop shop mentorship. A lot of times you'll get all the content stuff and all the launch stuff, but you won't get any technology. And other times you may understand the technology, but you have no idea what to create, what kind of copy is going to connect with people, and what sequence you should be creating your courses and what you should do with it. So we are married. Content and technology marries. And we bring you both of those together. One-stop mentorship. Not for you if you want to get rich quick. Nope. Not for you if you want someone else to do the work. And not for you if you want to continue playing small, scattered, and sacrificing your precious time, money, and freedom in your life. So module 1 and 2, we talk about branding and positioning. That's where you start. You have to know your message, your goals, where you are taking people. I can't believe how many people I talk to and I say, what do they get when they finish this product or program or service with you? And they're like, I don't know. You have to know who you are, what you offer, how to position yourself, and where you're taking people. You tap into those emotional connections. You have a maximum lifetime value. You have your Kellys, people that become lifers, and you build it right the first time. Man, that's going to save you tons of time and money and energy. Module 3, you get those Kellys, those ideal clients. I'm going to teach you about rappel marketing and attraction marketing and that continuity. When people say to you, I don't have money for you, oh, that stings. It's completely in your copy. It's 110% in the way that you are positioning yourself. You are repelling them and you don't even know it. So the way that the copy that you write and the way you position yourself is so key to getting those ideal clients, the people that geek out working with you, the people that will dig in and do the work, the people that will give you killer testimonials, and the people that will pay and invest in you and not even have a second thought about it. Those are the people that you want. And in terms of how to price your programs, when you price it too low, you just get pissed. You just get bitter about giving so much value and not getting in return. When you price it too high, you feel like a jerk because you're like, I'm taking money and I'm not really giving a lot of value or my time or my service or whatever it is that you want to give to people. Once you nail it right on the spot of where it should be, you feel great, you feel awesome, you're delivering good content, good value, and your client, you have clients like Kelly, your clients are happy, they're not questioning your service, they're not questioning your value, they're doing the work, you've priced it right. So, I don't want you to think about what other people are charging. I don't want you to play small and think, I can only charge this because no one will buy it if I put it at this price. The right person will when you price it right and your copy is right. What they're reading and digesting hits home with them, solves that pain point, takes them to that higher level of challenge or ambition. They'll give you their credit card hand over fist. So that's what we're going to teach you in Module 3. Module 4, education-based marketing, how to not be an icky salesman, how to lead with integrity, and how to position that you have what they want. You're going to teach and teach and teach and teach. So all those freebie first date stuff that I shared with you, going to bust it down more about exactly what you should be teaching, exactly what you should be saying, exactly what kind of content you want to put out there that's going to hit home with people. If they're going to be saying, what's next? Give me more. I want your next thing. Module 5, this is where my beautiful, amazing, handsome, awesome hubby comes in with websites and landing pages. Module 5, we get into the technology. Once you know who you are and what you deliver, who you want to deliver stuff to, and you've got some freebie stuff going out there to build your authority, now you need a website and landing pages so people can find you. It's your positioning, it's your content that connects, and you want a website that's easily accessible and responsive. You don't want a website that's cluttered. You don't want one that takes 10 seconds to load because people are going to bounce, and you don't want one that when they look at it on their mobile device, they can only read half the screen. Right? It needs to be responsive. It needs to have certain things, and it needs to be set up a certain way. There's a psychology around what your website looks like, and we walk you right through what my husband does. I usually can't keep my mouth shut, so I jump in there and I give you some tips too, but my husband walks you through all of that design, whether it's a website or it's ClickFunnels. 6 and 7, your first product creation, that ladder of value, the upsells and downsells, and exactly what to charge. We bust down to module 6 and 7. So your first product creation, you'll have it ready to launch. And then module 8 and 9, you launch the sucker. You do a joint venture. We teach you how to launch it for free, like I did with this Be Live. Launch it for a low barrier, maybe a couple bucks you're throwing here and there on some Facebook ads or some Instagram ads or YouTube ads or a mailer, however you want to do it. And then lastly, I teach you the 5 W's of a joint venture, of what exactly you need to position yourself get your partners to say yes, and how to have a super successful joint venture like the one that my buddy Pam and I had together. So that is it. It's 9 modules. You can binge watch it like a Netflix series, and it's about 10 or so. There's some bonuses in there, so I'll say 11. It's about 11 hours long. You can binge watch it in a weekend, or you can take it an hour at a time, a module at a time. At first, I was gonna do it where you just got 1 video a week, and it took you 9 or 10 weeks to do it. No. I'm like, if you're like me and you're ready to freaking go, then I want you to have access to all of it. You can binge it, you can go, and you can get out there because you're launching in the beginning of 2018. Now, you've been seeing this graphic show up a few times here and there in the slides. This is a bonus for you. $500 value for buying the course, your first product creation training. If you're like, oh shit, I have no idea what to create, I have no idea what to put out, or you created something and it bombed and you're feeling like you suck, then this is the bonus that you need. It's going to help you create the product that they want and then how to market it. How to get it out there for free. Create the product they want, market it for free. $500 value. Your bonus number 2. Oh, I geek out about this one. $1,500 value. And that's putting it modestly because it took the time. Sweat equity isn't even in there to say how to get this sucker to convert and be beautiful. It's a done for you funnel. So you get your sales page and landing page, your cart page, and your thank you page, which is the exact sequence that you want to take people through. And even on that cart page and that thank you page, beautiful real estate for you to upsell and downsell. So you don't want to just be like, thank you for buying, peace. You want to say thank you for buying. Do you want that accompanying course that goes along with that ebook? Thank you for buying. Would you like a 1-hour coaching call to help you, master more, dig deeper, or whatever you would say in your copy, right? You can do that on the shopping cart. You can do that on the thank you pages. You want to be doing that in your email sequence. If you're a current business owner with an email sequence, already hitting people up with GetResponse or MailChimp stuff, the confirmation page that says congratulations, you're in the course, here's your login, here's your download. That is the number 1 opened email in all of your sequence. So you want to be putting upsells and downsells and cross-sells on that page. If you're like, what the hell is an upsell, downsell, cross-sell? Module 7 teaches you all about it in the course, but you get this done for you funnel. You get the sales page, shopping cart, thank you pages that I created. All you have to do is load your image, write your headline, change your buttons, change your text. It's already done for you. Such killer value. And then bonus number 3, once you crush the course, have your done for you funnel, have your content, putting out good value, have your first product, ready to launch that sucker, or you've launched it and you want feedback, either or, you get a 1-hour planning session. It's a 2-to-1, my husband and I and you, to map everything out for you to succeed. We'll help you either map out your actual launch, we'll help you reevaluate your launch and what should go next. We'll help you from the get-go. If you got nothing, you don't know what your product should be, you don't have a website, you don't have landing pages, we'll help you with whatever the heck is holding you back from your freedom of time, income, impact, influence, all of it. We're here. Content, tech, launch experts. We will customize and tailor that 1 hour to whatever the heck you need. I say $1,000 value, but to me, it's flipping priceless because you can't put a price tag on the fact of if you make 20 grand on your first launch, and that means you can fire that client that's disrespecting you, or you can quit that part-time job that's driving you crazy, or you can say no so that you can be there every night to kiss your kids goodnight, or you'll never have to miss the Christmas recital, or whatever it is. I can't put a price tag on that value that you're going to get when you take your business online and you succeed. When you finally get your health in check, when you revitalize your marriage that's been tanking, or whatever the heck it is, I can't put a price tag on that value that you're going to get from this planning session. So our value, we've both invested. I've invested over 40K in masterminds, my husband over 12K. We've both invested over 18K in courses to be the experts in the business world. And we have a combined 15 years of experience between us. So 70K in value and 15K in learning, zapped down in 9 steps for you. How much is that worth to your business? I look at this picture. That's my husband behind me. He's much skinnier as well. I look at this picture of my husband and I and our little guy, and I look at that woman, and I'm not going back there. I'm not going back there. I'm not going back to that burnt out, people-pleasing mom that traded dollars for hours and put her family last and put her health last. I'm not going back there. What are you not willing to sacrifice? I am not willing to sacrifice my health. I am not willing to sacrifice my marriage. I'm not willing to sacrifice the way that I show up for that little boy, because he deserves a present, focused, happy, fun, fit mom and dad. How much is that worth to your business? So normally the course is $5,000, but because we are just launching this sucker, that with all the bonuses, your 3 bonuses, $1,997 or 3 payments of $800. You only need to make 2 sales to get your money back. You do a free webinar. I made $2,000 on that webinar with Pam in 2 hours. You do a free webinar and you upsell to $1,000 one-to-one coaching. You need 2 people to make that investment back and change your life. And here's my Kelly. God, I love her and what she had to say. It's incredible working with Lisa and Eric. I have 2-to-1 support to navigate the unknown and creating my presence online. They challenge me and make me better. I was nervous about making this leap, but every single day I'm thankful I have them for support, and I'm already seeing results in the first week. She did the Online at 9 course. She applied the principles, and her impact, her income, and her influence 10x'd in the first week. You will see results, but for whatever reason, you get in there, you got a 30-day money-back guarantee. I don't care if you binge watch those 9 modules, you do the whole course, you do all the bonuses, you do everything, and you're like, I don't know, complete money-back guarantee. Hands down. All the time, every day, all day long. But you got more bonuses coming, friends, not just those 3. This is my amazing friend, Petra. She's a certified high performance coach. She's about 4'9". I kid you not. She's so stinking cute. She is a master of clarity and courageous confidence. She's a certified high performance coach through Brendon Burchard. It's the #1 leading certified high performance coaching in the world. And we're going to build it. We're going to question you and what is holding you back from having courageous confidence. What's preventing you from making that leap? What's stopping you from playing big? You're going to answer those questions, and we're going to create a 1-hour mastery call that you will get as a replay that will answer all of your questions. You're going to help us build it. You're going to tell us what's holding you back, and we're going to bust through all of it for 2018 because you're ready to make a leap into that next level. Number 5 bonus, Shopify. Now you can do this through Shopify or Amazon. The idea is you get an online store up there so you're making money. It's a $500 value that teaches you how to have a Shopify store so that you can have some not products you created, other people's products. It's an affiliate, but you get money over and over and over again. That when you're like, oh my God, I do want to throw some money at Facebook ads because I want my reach to be bigger. Then you got 100, 200, 300, 500, $1,000. You've got that money coming in to fund your launch. Or you're like, it might take me 9 weeks to get this sucker together and I need some monies. So you're making money while you're learning how to develop your brand, your voice, your products, your courses. $500 value Shopify bonus. Holy moly, Batman. I hate to say it, but you're flipping crazy if you don't take this. This is everything I wish somebody would have given me to fast track my efforts and crush the crap out of the online market. 9-week course, $5,000 value. First product creation bonus, $500. Done for you funnel bonus, that's your tech. Done for you, $1,500. 1 hour, 2-to-1 mapping call, direct coaching call, a grand bonus, but truly priceless. This I also believe is truly flipping priceless. 1 hour confidence call bonus with Petra and myself, because if you can get that belief and that mindset right, you are going to be freaking unstoppable. And lastly, the Shopify course bonus to get you paid right now. As soon as you can put up that online store, you can start making money. $500. It's a $9,000 value. Normally $5,000 for $2,000 or 3 payments, $800 at a time. That is it. I joined a $42,000 mastermind, and it was the best decision I could ever make, and I had to take the payment plan. I went to Bo Eason's live event, and I did a 3 payment, same thing, $697, I believe it was, a 3 payment. I spent the money before I had the money because I knew that I could never not learn and invest in my own learning. I knew it would not steer me wrong. Invest in yourself. Invest in your next level of greatness. Invest in that transformation that you want to have and that you want your people to have. This is it. This is all the steps that I created a 6-figure side hustle from my kid's bedroom and my kitchen table. And I did it in a year, but I bet I could have done it sooner if I would have had all these tools and followed the exact steps that my technology savvy husband and myself teach you in this course. Now, the offer is only valid until tomorrow night, Saturday night, midnight, to get this $1,997 price tag or 3 payments of $800. That's it. And remember, you always have the 30-day money-back guarantee. Remember your Kelly. I want you to have your Kelly in your life. It's your time to go. It's your time to find your courage. It's your time to leave behind the critic. Find your voice, serve bigger, play bigger, and let's go. So, putting it in the chat here, www.onlineinline.co. That is where you get access to the course. If you can't remember that, I know it throws people when they don't have the onlineinline.co, when they don't have the M. If you go to lisapezik.com, right here, online in 9. It's the very first product you can get. So what's it gonna be, baby? You gonna watch me crush the online space? Or are you gonna join me? I think I know what the answer is. You're leaving behind that critic. You're going to go. You're going to find your voice. So proud of you for taking this time for you to watch this webinar. Carrie, for hopping on live. You rock, sister. I hope that I get to support you more in your online efforts. You're amazing. And I will see you guys out there crushing it in 2018. www.onlinein9.co. See you there.